Everybody, hope you're all having this Friday, which means, well, it's been also been 2 weeks since this, so. Here's that string goes, afternoon, children. We're doing the Super World, then we're hopping over to Apollo Justice Trilogy. All being well, we've got time. Let's get into it. So we are World 6, and we didn't do too bad. We managed to recover quite a bit. So let's just get on it. Get on with it. I believe we're on 26. We are on 26. My renewals are finally stopped. Will no longer fail me. I probably could have jumped that. The better jump. Do you fill up? Alright. Oh, wow. Serves. Don't jump. There we go. Ah! I was convinced. I think this was done the way. Why did I do that? Yeah. Plus that checkpoint. Okay. Like that one was just on instinct. No! I thought I hadn't. I thought I'd stopped the speed. I've stopped myself quick enough there. I thought I stopped myself quick enough. Alright. Right now, I'm in no real rush. Just think things through. Right. Bring this with me. I think this is gonna be important. Oh, what? Also, I got focus. Energy. Okay. Thinking. This was a double. Yeah, it was double subversion. Hey, Mario Brownlee, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Alright. I think I'm on the right tracks. Ooh, okay. Definitely. I hope I'm having a good day, Sir Mario Blair. Right. This is one I think I have troubles with. Weird. I'm gonna time this right. There we go. I timed this so I can get a health. Yeah. Oh yeah, cheers. That's good to hear also there. This is Jason's level. This is actually Jason's super world, funny enough. I'm doing this under certain rules. So we actually didn't lose much lives, so we're sitting pretty. Because I think once we get these next 4 done, I'm hoping jumping over to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Or will we experiment? Will we be going through the dark age of the law? Be fast. Oh, okay. You're gonna step by step. Yeah. Let's let action speak louder than words right now. Oh, right. That was how someone did. I say, we'll let the actions speak louder than my words. I think we've gone for the worst, though, so... Alright. Think it. I was thinking, and then I walked in. That was just... So if I take my eating life right now, divide it by... A few set times I can get some lives here, so... I'm doing math! Let me do my math. I had a feeling, and I just walked in. Good. So I think I use the controls being reversed. Basically, I'm working out how many lives I can waste on a level. Basically, if I can lower the amount of lives, basically. Okay, that makes more sense then. I say about I'm a level 90. We'll play on the safe side. And about 30 of worlds should be understandable. Theoretically. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I remember this. I know this one. Alright. Just move, just move. Are we right side up or upside down still? Right! Right! That's how it worked. Oh, you're right. I think I remember that being a red herring. Worst thing is, I used to dodge that very quickly. That time makes a fool of me. Alright. Hit. Move. Why'd you go to the... Why did it go to the right? I wanted it to go to the left. Ah. I had that too. I should not have moved to the left. I moved too soon. Instead. Uh. Sometimes I'm on the wrong. Okay. Okay. This is last show, just me just being bad. Why can't I just do that? I'm just that good. Alright, we keep the spraying. We finished the lava with a spring. Didn't need it, but why not? Cheers. Cheers. Like the unintentional, I'll finish this level with a spring. Did you think that was possible, Jason? Right, 3 levels left. Alright. Right, this one. I have memories of this one already. Alright. See, that was my bed, you... Right. Wrong way. Wrong order. Alright. I even. No speed. No! I tried. I tried to be smart. Holy crap, you can. We're going in reverse! Oh. Oh, yeah, right, need a shell. Wait, that doesn't change much. I have to do this normally. First one die. Right. Go to the low. Okay, to be fair, my deaths right now have just been me being an idiot. Alright. Let's do this the right way. Right! Never mind. The card remembering. Right. I think I'm going to do this. Because I think we're meant to hit a switch first. So I think I did the last part of sequence. The thing is I actually hit that right too. No way you even able to set that this level to be beaten in like 3 seconds. Alright. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Ah, you tried. Sorry, Yosh. We're leaving you. Why did I? Alright, we can at least regroup some losses. Alright, we can at least regroup. So you know what? I can take this. Never mind. Alright. Why am I saying that? Order of operations. Order of operations. No! Just take the one, hit the one. Alright. Oh. Awesome, Murbular. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. I already know how to hit this. And this is important. Alright. Unless I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but we'll see. Alright. Depends on if the switch gets hit here or not. If not, then we're clear. If so, then... Oh, we're clear, yeah. Yep, we're clear now. Yep. I go. There we go. I think that's a GG. Yep, that's GG. 2 left, and then we'll switch games. Right. We didn't lose much life, so... say about 15 between 2 levels isn't too bad? Once we keep our life value high, I'm fine. That's the only thing that's going on here. Like, my life value has to be high. Right. 29. Alright. Take your time, I guess. Right. Sword, which is... right. The sword is here. Aha! I needed that, didn't I? Yep, I needed that sword because... things. Alright. Slowly but surely getting back into remembering this. Good news is give me some life backs. Gold coins so I can maybe get a life, so... Alright. Yep. Ooh. First thing is I should have realized. I got a coin out of it. We got a coin out of it. Okay. Two and three. This. Tapped all three. Alright. Oh, maybe there is just two. Okay. One. Right. You're gonna have to be fast here. Alright, so I wait on something and something drops. I think I was the case, wasn't it? Right! That's... Why didn't I think about that? Why didn't I think about that? I never thought about that. Oh. I think I'm dead. No, I somehow managed to avoid that. I didn't even think about that for a sec. I dropped the shield too soon. I dropped the shield too soon. Alright. Alright. Okay. Stop. We're safe. Okay. Not right now. It's because like after I'm gonna switch over to Apollo. Sorry. Alright. That was quick. Right. Am I soft locked? That's a soft lock, isn't it? Thank you. I can't restart unless I get soft locked. Alright. It's back to the beginning. It's faster. You know, that wasn't even that long. Alright. Great. And you. Like I said, it didn't even take that long, so. Alright. He's almost got me distracted. Almost. Alright. Alright. Why did I jump? Okay, stand. Alright. Okay. Oh, it's clear. I can just get... I'm one. I was just making sure I was able to figure out how to hit the moon. Anyway, we're clear. That's a GG. Cheers. I mean, you had the same idea. I was just trying... I already knew about the hitting the moon. I was just trying to figure out how to hit the moon. Jason, so it was just a bit too late on that one. Oh, and I should be on the title, right? No help, please? Yeah, it's there. Number 30. Ah, the war. Oh wait, I was meant to take damage. It never... No! Alright. It's cool. Heat of the moment and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I needed it. I know. I'm gonna make sure I have a lot of lives this time around, so should be good. And second, I'm not going for world record runs this time, so I can set. It's not a world record run anymore, so I can just take my time and slowly get there. So we actually have a virtue now. Alright. This. Don't overclip. Do not overcomplicate this. Oh wait, I was about to head the other way around. No! I went the wrong way. Oh no! Remember how the ending goes, it's just I need to figure... That's what I was trying to do. Yeah! Hell yeah! Got it! Yeah! That's that done. Cheers! Yeah. We will stop for the Super Mario Bros. American Night for now. We're gonna swap over to Apollo Justice It's Turn Trilogy. So we'll make sure we lead the world though. Alright, so I don't really have any safety nets anymore. But I have what about 33 lives each world, so that's fine for me. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna swap over to Apollo Justice, so yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. Yes, Jason, because I think I had like 30 or so last time around. Ah, that. Thanks. Also, now we are prepared. So yeah, so everyone's wondering, we're doing this as a playthrough, by the way. I typically do Let's Plays, well, catch playthroughs Monday, Wednesday. But because Phoenix Strike's a long game, I'm doing that. Especially since we're in the Apollo Trilogy, which is longer than the original trilogy. We kind of need to do throw 3 Fridays in here. But now we've finished this, it's time to move on to Dual Destinies. Right, it's back in the courtroom. And yeah, there are 6 episodes here, so I don't know what we're doing these in chronological order in a way. But we'll go from there. We'll just wing it and we'll say. It's time to begin. It's special novel and stuff, so we'll need to. When the all camera goes off, we'll say. It's like I said, it's a visual novel. Oh, we've now moved from sprite based to 3D models, by the way.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble. And it's up to us to restore it to its former
sort
glory.
of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done. You.
I am. Yeah.
Do this.
I am.
She's been with us for half a year.
Well, I'll introduce the character once
I
you
can
get the
hardly
chance.
believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you all right, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
And yep, our good old friend Phoenix Wright is back in them on business. Well, for anyone who's wondering, the last game we played, which was Apollo Justice, he stopped being an attorney. I know where Jason. The rest of that goes good. We'll probably be back on things in 2 weeks. I hope the rest of that is good. Alright. Well. Hopefully it goes well. Hey, Jason. Anyway. Episode 1. Turnabout Countdown. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without the scrutiny. Right. I have a little bit of a... Yes. Now I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Yes. I have 2 notable gripes within this game. And it'll be very quick. December 17th, 9/12, 22 a.m. Let's report to the van lobby number 5. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. So our new attorney, I guess, is Athena Sykes. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a test answers here like this is no biggie. You're doing okay, Athena? Oh, it's Apollo. Oh, Apollo! You're, yeah, doing great. Like, I'm a little too great. Oh yeah? That's good to hear. Oh yeah, I've seen... Oh, nice. Wait. Are you thinking of building yellow and purple hybrids? Yeah, well, that's good to hear. Although, could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof, not transparent, huh? I do admit the models of skills and all look pretty sweet. Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves are still here, I'll tell you. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. Okay. But I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm going to see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel the same way. You feel much the same way. Oh yeah, right. That's right. You got it right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicions. Apollo? Athena? Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to get into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. Yeah. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. He's my dear childhood friend. And he's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. Oh yeah, that's right, this case isn't murder. For once. That's ridiculous! There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks! So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're all so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful now, they won't know what hit him. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may. This is one trial. We just can't lose. Apollo! Apollo! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time, he was trying to put on a brave face. But he was overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Yeah, like I said, this was 3DS. This was on the 3DS. By the time this came out, Edgeworth had 2 adventures, and the right had traveled over England and had a little adventure with a certain professor. Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Nye? But Apollo's in no state to defend. Yeah, the VR is nice. I have to defend Juniper. What are we going to do? The trial's about to start. With or without us. And there's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I call him Nye, he'd never get here in time. No, wait! There's something else I can do! Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Hina? You're not seriously... You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena? Stop for a sec. I'm thinking about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No, hey, problem. I can handle it. I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Nina. And that's enough for me. You're worried about me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shit to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't beat her. I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. Then I will. Rest assured that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. December 17th, 9:46 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 5. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Oh, this isn't Winston Pan. Due to an explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not a surprise he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who would want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerves of that guy! I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Yeah, our persecutor this time is Gospin Pan, not Winston Pan. They are brothers, though. Well, I'm worried about what's so nervous. Arg! This arrogant jerk! You arrogant jerk! No! Widget! Is my hearing getting worse? Yeah. I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. Hold on. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. Contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that affects your sense what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was... What was it? Elegant at work? Eep! Actually, it was arrogant, jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school Ricky can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Now let's get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. You knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk. Miss Sykes! If you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Heck, I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at the Spire Courthouse, in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Oh yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start caution procedures before the explosion occurred. I was having trouble reading. Just a few seconds more, and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. There was, in fact, one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was assembled after the blast. Whoops. The body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. I totally forgot that. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. Okay, in my defense, I have not played this for so long, so I forgot certain details of that. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time? What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see it by getting you even shorter ropes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others to safety. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Arms autopsy report onto the court record. I suppose so, that was still part of the explosion. She just got caught in it, so I guess it's still the bomb murder was also death was unfortunately part of it. Yeah, arms autopsy report cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. And a stuffed animal bomb was added to the court record. A time bomb that destroyed the courtroom. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. Okay, I notice how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just press R1. Oh, I apologize. Another lawyer at the office. He's passionate about the law and hates anything that's not fair or just. Oh, from this point on, I would be doing the character's bios because it's actually from the character from who we're playing's perspective. Juniper words. Our clan in this case, we've been friends since childhood. A sweet girl loves nature. Got some hand. The prosecutor attorney, he seems to elude unpleasantness. And Candace Arm. Victim's case, a detective who was heading up the investigation into the bombing incident. I better take a peek later. Oh then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling alright? Look a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. Cool. But I'm alright. Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant? Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I came to know justice for my friend Athena. Oh. And so, I was there yesterday. Who watches to lend my support? Something's wrong. Jeannie's really scared. Did you know I am also known as the defendant humiliator? Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I have earned that moniker. Does this arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Ginny no matter what. Hey, you Prosecutor Payne? What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? You press Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Ginny is telling the truth. Mr. Justice was also backed up her claim when we saw her in the defendant lobby. And Ginny, he said that he was glad to get the lowest rate you gave him too. He was? My grandma said lowest rates is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future. They can? Then that's a perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A swell meat girl like this, blowing a corpse in the pits. Must say it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
Nah, Your Honor. Don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of corporate number 4 itself. Hey! What's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question. Coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes! Yes, I have. And that experience caused you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now, wait 1 minute! If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point! We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. That is actually a really good point. I can say the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I believe it when I see it. And I thought it was a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. What exactly was so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? Me? Oh yeah, we can. Oh no, we can only. Yeah. I noticed that you appear to be very nervous. Well, gentlemen that I am, I like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really? What a fairly unpleasant man. Alice for loser. What did it just say? Nothing. Not a single thing. And let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The Cobra Horns. The information I needed is somewhere in the Cobra Court. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't think I can spoil it because I cannot remember anything about these trials, so. What are mistakes? Let's hear your answer. What was so unique about the bomb that blew up in the courtroom? Was it because of it was inside stuff? I don't know. Mr. Pan? What kind of simpleton do you think you take me for? Yes, your timing that was so well sad because Athena had just banged the desk on her in the courtroom. Hey, it was stuff inside stuff. I don't know. What's that? So guessing's going well. Its evil intentions and covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. How about cookie? The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside the stuff. I don't know. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this. As I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant? Just that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tale, Your Honor. A tale of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible! Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale? Your Honor is so close, but no. It belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanti. A rather unpleasant name if you ask me. He's a mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The Phony Phantom's tail is made of thin cloth. I may find something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? Phony Phantom. He provided the prosecution with all the evidence that we needed. It's clearly proved that the accused handled the bomb. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Judy's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be very infutable evidence. The court accepts it in the evidence. When you found the steel article record, a piece of stuff was a stuffed animal that the bomb was inserted into. The pen's fingers were found on it. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. I better come up with something for Ginny's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling, if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why die of all times? Well, I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Why, it's you.
He's back. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Fina. Paul spent the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in this place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there! Give me enough time to get in here. Now let's turn things around. You got it, boss! Look who showed up out of the blue! It doesn't finish right! You always managed to surprise me! Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. Alright. Hydamus Boots' fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal's tail. How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? None at all, Your Honor. The Switch really looks like she's having a hard time. She's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's free at the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah. It is understandably it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courtroom again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Wooch rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition, very well, I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Ginny, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? Right, I'm Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? And were we ever rivals? No, long-standing. No, I think we'll just go back to the normal formats. Because there's still there's another bit of the story we have to work with. I mean, it's still a little bit tied. You see, Mr. Wright, I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met at your hands. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Yeah. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call the decisive witnesses that. There was some things interest with this game. There was some stuff in this game from what I remember. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Alright, please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Like, there is a storyline and it's part of the first one, so. Witness, name and occupation, please. Primer. Witness! Name, detonate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my! What a strange robotic voice you have! Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can you speak in a normal manner? I can. You can? But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking. More than typing. Understand? What an odd witness. Mr. Tenid was in charge of for the bomb for the child that was there when it went off. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked! I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I was there to ensure safety, but ended up discovering the dead body. He was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well, the corporal here, Mr. Tennant. It's testimony. At the very least, show some court some respect and ruin that face guard witness. And the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transferred here as evidence. Bomb name, HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb timer was counting down. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. I'll make a good job. I'm sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. I guess that makes you the blue. So this makes you the blue monkey in this battle of fun, boss. I would now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tonight! What is that? HP 5000, aka a bomb. A bomb?! Right, golly moly! Yarg! Mr. Knight! I demanded you to disarm it this instant! Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know? This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm successful, explosion, failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? That's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Imagine 10H, 10W, 10D. So 10H times 10W times 10H, 10D. Weight 12 lbs. A perfect replication. Everyone does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It's a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettably I could not replicate it. Goodness, that's enough! There's no need to replicate anything here! That's been updated. And now with the fence, we're gonna cross that mission. Where's Mr. Sykes? Where's Miss Sykes gone? Fina, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, you're sucking it, widget. As transparent as ever. Hey, let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination! Of course! She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask her if she remembers how to cross-examine it. To help her focus. We're fine. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press triangle when the option to consult with me appears. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. So this is one of the mechanics in this game. This noticeably triggers when you're on your last chance to prove anything. They'll let you know which statement it is, but you have to find the right thing to work with. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Alright, when the ball went. Oh, this has its own save slots.
Hold it!
It has its own. Okay, you said that you disarmed the bomb, but are you sure it was disarmed? Absolutely, I can disarm anything. In a flash. That looks more like dismantled than disarmed to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. You must know, Mr. Wright. According to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. Guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tiniot? Certainly.
Hold it!
What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Dimension 10 hit times 10 W times 10 D. Width 12 lbs. This information is also written on the photograph. Oh yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case was made of alloy plating 5 1/16 of an inch thick. That certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. You drop that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Very well. I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. Mr. Nate, were you keeping an eye on the bomb? What were you watching from?
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery? My duty may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things. I'm responsible for you. A medal to be alien. I practice arming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too. The disarming part I get, but assembling them? Well, I have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see. But do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That doesn't! I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented to me every day! And you better drink some coffee, boss! We're gonna be pulling an all-nighter! I don't think that would be necessary. Or worth either of our time. It's just a night! What did you witness from the gallery?
Hold it!
You saw Countdown down clearly, with your own eyes? I hardly think a timer so small as the one on this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you have for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug, under a magnifying glass? I guess it's possible he saw the time, or if he were wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right for me. Huh? I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. And well concealed, so well concealed in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So you're trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listen carefully to Mr. Teniate's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember that you'll open the code backcourt when you go to present something. If you find evidence that conflicts with the testimony, present it. Let's see. This testimony is about when the bomb went off. So I think the state it was in at the time would be pretty important. A bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside stuffed animal, huh? Well, it's time.
Objection!
Our first objection. So you say you saw the bomb's countdown? Is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Zenith? How can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off? When you couldn't even see the timer! I am not even... How am I about to translate that? Just a bunch of words and letters and numbers. What? No! There's still something of a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, ooh, that was great, Mr. Right? You find a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in the witness testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. Pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now, the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tenit? Well, let me see. No, there must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. The sound! I knew because the sound. What's the sound? Sound? What sound? When the timer at the bomb, the time bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. I know what you're saying. I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even when the bomb is stuffed inside, it's inside a stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What 9? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb timer? It's not like dismantling the toast. It's not like dismantling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skills as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attraction qualities, aren't you? Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Nit did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. Well, I don't understand, Mr. Payne. It's why you believe that person to be Mr. Woods. Simple, Your Honor. Mr. Ned happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What's that now? It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. He brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in the lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch? Yes! The switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. It's the remote switch at the correct cord. A switch that starts the timer bomb countdown when was stolen just before the blast, and 9 is missing. I am partially to blame. Okay, I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time I was outside the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Nick could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. You see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. The bomb transport kit's at the correct board. The case Tinian and Detective Arm transport the bomb in. It has the key. Tinian has the keys. Nevertheless. Oh, you're right. But yeah, now it's from Phoenix's point of view. So everything's changed now. Apologist is a young lawyer at my agency who was injured in the courtroom bombing. Here's our client for the case. A kind-hearted girl who loves nature. He apparently lives in a forest. On his arm, the victim of this case, a detective who was heading of the investigation into the bombing incident. Besides, a young rookie attorney at our agency. He's also our client's friend. Gospel Payne, the prosecuting attorney. The younger brother of another prosecutor I know. This one expresses too. And Titanian, a police bomb specialist. He was in charge of handling the bomb that exploded in the courtroom. Anyway. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. What I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. Ah! That deal! 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. The defense advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we'll have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. Guess she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry, I'll start the proceedings before anything bad happened to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright, was it? Is it? Me? Yes? Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. You think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. This guy is hiding something. I just know it. Now, if you will excuse me, I believe the next testimony is going to give us our... Philip, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. Junie. Hi, Fina. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Fina. I'll do my best too. You blew up the courtroom because she burned her sent to the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. Just Prosecutor Scurry.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Isn't right? Can I go give that prosecutor a smack? What? Of course not. Do we have to repeat Corporate Manners 101 again? The fact that this actually happened before. We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like that off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me. Just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking up something. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. Yeah, she probably explained. Athena's notable thing is she can hear emotions. So hiding emotions is not the best way to work against her. She'll pick it up. And it sounds like this time, it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Who did that? You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Your Honor, please stop this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman. But don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more gentleman in this world than I. It's a gentleman or even a gentleman and would behave like he does. As if you know. Don't let the road ruffian win. Oh. I dare you call gentlemen such as I a road ruffian. Oh, if you know I attended a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than a mere gentleman. I'm a gentle tea. Oh, man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady or not. I'd buy my money back from the manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop this to them. But Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Wood, please share with the court what you were doing when the ball went off. The ball went off. Oh, I was watching from the gallery. The ball went off. A rubble started falling and fell on top of me. Junie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work. What not? Hey, wait a minute! Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes! Now is the perfect time to use Athena's power! You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared, I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her fine-tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. It's us up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied. Psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Gif! Let's do this! So your holographic finger bulb can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I pick up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all that into widget and use the moon matrix to analyze them. These moon markers here reflect functional. Yeah. Fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she's feeling happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she's feeling angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she's feeling sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she's feeling surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. So with your special ability, in which it's Moon Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the Moon Matrix. It's a result of inconsistency between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony. So now not only we'll have to pay attention to the testimony, we'll have to pay attention to what things go, what our emotions are. I was watching from the gallery. The bomb off. That's accurate. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Oh, I had to. I think I have a good grasp of Junie's emotional state now. Very founding. This power of Venus is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the contents of her testimony. What? Already? Fell on top of me. Look at this. When she said it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. Look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradiction emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it. What's the other one? And then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers with X. Just Axe, okay. We just registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rumble falling on her. There must be a reason for that unexpected emotions. Miss Woods, as the rumble was falling, there was also something that made you feel happy. What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's see what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped, and then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But then, just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from that rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. See, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Fina. There's still some. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be some discord in Junie's heart. Guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input this new information and update the Moon Matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint it. That's right. And then you select it with the moon marker with her. And if we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get away, the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped, and rubble started falling on me. What I was done for. Then Apollo came and rescued me. Oh, okay.
Got it!
You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. But was there also something that you felt sad about at the time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, you sensed a little sadness too. Oh! I think it's probably because of Bomb Rap's ringing. Bomb Rap ringing. Bomb Rap ringing? What do you know? Something new. That's right, I brought my stuffed animal. Bomb Rap ringing to the trail with me. Okay, Bomb Rap ringing and Funky Phantom are brothers. Who knew that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? Nice to start. I had Bomb Rap ringing with me while I was watching the trail. But it wasn't until Apollo sleeping that I realized I lost him as I was running away. My poor Rini, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in that poster. It's for a campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. What do you thought being a bomb up Rini, huh? Nothing against a campaign. But why an elephant and a rhinoceros? That's right! I don't sense anything that's Gordon Jr.'s heart anymore. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. That's right! I'll just make an update with the new info. We have the whole picture. We'll have the whole picture. So do you think your new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would do without you, Athena. So Bomb Rap Rennie was in that courtroom in the bomb well. Okay. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of testimony. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. I was watching the gallery of... Now we have the actual testimony. We cannot press, by the way. Hey, we must present. I was watching... Really... Got a really rough right. I tried to run past slow. Before I can get out of the courtroom, the bomb went off. To the start, I tripped and rumbled. I thought I was done for. Then Apollo came and rescued me.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you. But you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. So right, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail that the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Fanti. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bomb Rap Rennie.
Objection!
What? What nonsense is this? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes. But they're completely different characters. Elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace of through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both great, for example. Anyway... This poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. May I direct the court's attention here? You can clearly see how the two got mixed up.
Take that!
Well, would you look at that? The two tales are the exact same. Are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tail is exactly the same. Ah! Order in the court. Well, it's possible insists that the tail belongs to Bum Rough, really. We can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. This makes sense. I consider the charges against the accused unsustainable. Would you agree, Mr. Payne? Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. Turn things right around. Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold it this long. I believe that brings our proceeding for today to a close. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigation ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. December 17th, 11:56 a.m. District Court, defend the number 5. That was so exciting, boss! We did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Jeez, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing, Sorry. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. You got really brave at the end. Just when we needed you the most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Fina. Really? Thanks. Well, to be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we wouldn't have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Fina's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'll still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in corporate number 4. Corporate number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out of the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bomb Rock Rinny. I told him I dropped Rinny in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Rinny might be. So we went to take a look together. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Rinny and got her before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Yes. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries? I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe find some new piece of evidence? Anyway, you better go and get him. Good idea. December 17th, 11 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Do we have time to do the second part? We normally do them as one, so we'll do the second one. I've got time. I actually got a good bit of time here. We'll do it. December 18th, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 5. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday. Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abnormal... an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Genie. So you better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice? Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. That's all my fault. Nina! Oh. Oh, Ginny, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was now Apollo's dead body. Thank goodness. He's been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble upon a scene like that. Is Miss Boots doing alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Her Trini. She believed that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? Guess I can see why she think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing fine, boss! Just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who studied psychology are great at times like this. After all, they learn how to control their own emotions too. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in corporate number 4, or who assaulted him. The doctor said it was probably due to that hit that he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that? I know how that feels. But who in the world would do such a thing? Huh, Mr. Rain? Just wait till I get my hands on the card who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I'm admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Ginny's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court records one more time before the trial starts. Nothing now. Oh, they just updated this part. Assaulted during the trial yesterday. Thankfully, he's going to be okay. But he's still in the hospital undergoing treatment. The only update stuff we have. Earth to Mr. Right! I'm ready whenever you are! Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You bet! With everything that happened with Apollo, I don't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right. For Miss Smooth's sake, and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9th, the AM to record the cover number 5. Day 2, court session. All rise! Court will now reconvene for the trial Juniper Woods. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. I apologize, Your Honor. Aha. Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial. A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume you're aware that our incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault of Mr. Justice in the ruins of Corporate Number 4. Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly whole experience it must have been for Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he's going with this. See? The prosecution wishes to indict Mrs. Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne! The incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault of Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial. Ah, but I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in Corporate Number 4. This is the location in Corporate Number 4 when the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found. Corporate Number 4 diagram added to the court records. Diagram of the courtroom as it was when Apollo was discovered after the assault. Question is, why did the culprit feel them need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Why indeed? What do you believe their motive would be to be, Mr. Payne? Okay. I believe Mr. Justice was found somewhere in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that figured her as the perpetrator of the bombing. Okay, you mean he was found we found some incriminating evidence? Precisely, and so I summarized that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice in the back of the head in order to silence him.
Objection!
Okay, Junior would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo who hurt like that. Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts. Okay. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself. Oh well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charges of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Troupé over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. I'd like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. It's Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo. It's Woods. You went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, didn't you? Did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, please testify about what happened to the court. Along with Apollo. During the trial today, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in the courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? Did Mr. Justice stay by your side while you were feeling unwell? Okay. What an admirable young man! I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look a little impotent, but Apollo can be really nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhandling that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Okay. Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of or something, I think. Oh, new evidence for the case, is it? Wasn't? That's a very big kind of something thing. I believe so. You mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor. What lie is that? When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself a chance to destroy the evidence. No, I never.
Objection!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found proof of her foul deed in the corporate ruins. What on earth? You see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Witness the matches he left us. It's written in blood. What? W-O-O-D-S. Why, isn't that? That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. What? I submit that Mr. Justice left us the name of his attacker before he fainted. Apollo's a cell photo after the court record. Oh, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Is that right? The nerve of him leaving that message. Why did he do this? Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo's body yesterday. When we discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo! No! Ah! We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in corporate number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Well then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Hold it!
Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods? Yes. Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her so ruthlessly! That's barely even qualifies as a quasi-question. Let's help her relax a little with a little small talk before we dive into the cross-examination. You know, ask her about her hobbies on crushes and stuff. Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this.
Hold it!
Okay. Why exactly did you go to the Corcoran ruins? We went to look for my medicine. To stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in Corcoran number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bum Rap Rani, he was keeping my medicine safe for me. Huh. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see? A phony phantom has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I had to put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bomb Rump Runny. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but... there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. When we got inside, Apollo went straight there. And started looking for my Rinny in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of his injuries. Apollo was so strong and kind, just like the trees in the forest. The way she makes him sound. You think Apollo was just some kind of ancient god? Ah, a subtle reference to that legend. Oh, weird. So that's why you went to the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. It's not just testimony, Boots. Apollo started looking for Bomb Ramp Randy near the witness stand, where there was no rubble.
Hold it!
The area around the witness stand? Are you sure about that? I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Not too upset. Must not upset her. Must not upset her. Yes, I'm sure that's for research first.
Hold it!
That was when you were called to the stand after Mr. Tenay's testimony, right? Yes, the bailiff came to the courtroom number 4, and brought me back to this courtroom. And what about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you, or did he stay behind?
Hold it!
I better not ask her about Apollo. I know. I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Wood? Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing too. I made this outfit myself. Keep it up, Mr. Wright. It's working. And I ask her if she has a crush on anyone. So, is there anyone in particular you like right now?
Objection!
Mr. Right? Is that question even remotely related to this case? To this case? Not really. Mr. Right! You will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand! Sorry, Your Honor. -1 to brownie points. Miss Woods, please continue your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice.
Hold it!
Alright. So, you think Mr. Justice is kind? Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He's like the sun, strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too. The only adjective I associate with the sun is sweltering and oppressive. But then Apollo got hurt, and it's all my fault. Oh. Uni, Apollo's gonna be fine. He's just at the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't drop out of the sky. You really think he'll be fine? Hehe. But the sun does go down at night. And that means Apollo could... Oh, Mr. Payne! I do not think much of men who make young women cry! So Apollo was trying to help tuner her. Who knew that Apollo could be such a sweetheart? It must have been pretty hard on him too, with all that rumble everywhere. Now that I think about it, there's something all about what Apollo was able to do. You know, considering what Miss Woods said just now, I think you're right. That courtroom was in a very unusual state after all. Which leads to the $1 million question. What would explain this contradiction? Anyway, let's see what happens when I present what I suspect is her answer. Alright. Yeah.
Objection!
So he started a search with the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he wouldn't have been capable of that. But he was! And he still is! He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too. Oh, I forgot to mention it because it was the thing. He said no spit. Oops. Not really. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. What are you claiming is something that no one should have been able to do? Don't you think that anyone can be so brave and kind if they wanted to be Mr. Right? True, anyone can be brave and kind. But if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh! I see your point. The removal blocks all access to the area of the witness stand. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it. Ugh. Great. I'm not so sure it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know? But that's precisely what Mr. Right does best! I call slander, Your Honor. Slander. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? To say it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy just from this diagram. Mr. Payne, you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see, Your Honor. Ah, yes! I have one more. Here it is! It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. We'll update it. Alright. What's that hunk of little meals? Mr. Payne? Is the metallic object in that photo Mr. Tenate's bomb transport case? That's right. Is there some problem? Oh, yes. That transport case was there in corporate number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. It's precision. It's different from before. It's precision? The precision of what? The precision of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes. When Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open in space, so it was easy to search the stand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right? And that means... So in that case, the case was over there at the time of Paul's attack. Who cares what the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what... It has nothing to do... Sorry, it has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about. Objection! What a transport case has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ears. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. As though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. This is where the transport case was at the time of the assault of Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. On transport, this was here at the time of the Apollo's attack.
Take that!
Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's inconceivable! Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes! Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noticed an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no magic could have been written there, because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Objection!
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
Objection!
The fact that the case was moved after the assault of Mr. Justice. I see a flaw. It's proven by more than Miss Woods' testimony alone. It's proven by more. Sorry, it's proven by more than Miss Woods' testimony alone. Sorry. What? Where is this proof you're talking about? It's right here in the crime photo. I came to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. More in this photo in the case the transport case was moved after the assault.
Take that!
Please take a look at this. Yeah, that's good. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it. What is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then, after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. What? Just as Miss Woods has said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. No! You did it, boss! It was a real nail biter, but you pulled it off! Yep. That should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order on the court! Mr. Ryan! That was a very clever deduction. It was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that! Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off you. I have just one question, Mr. Ryan. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, and who didn't? Huh? What? Oh. Well. Looks like I should have taken that train of thought for the last station. Well. I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? Ah, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Jeez, Mr. Wright. It just kind of makes you no better than a 2-bit con man. You made your arguments with such confidence, Mr. Wright. I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asks the questions, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Make things think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. This is the last thing they kind of do. Who could have written that message in blood? If Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it. I mean, it looks like Apollo did it. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute. I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It didn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's impossible to write a wound with that much, with just this much. Hey, you're right! You're thinking Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that's pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? Guess so. But if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could have been? Who could have written that message in blood? So, if it wasn't Apollo, who could have left that plain message? Detonate. This person left the plain writing? And what do you base this claim on? Do I really need to base my claim on something? What you do? Don't tell me you have any. I can research. Nothing in particular really. I won't do this right, but a penalty will make up for your deficiency. Very nice. Here. Those Apollo's attack. When do you? When? Yeah. All right. Let's get the points back.
Take that!
To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean... Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm. Candace Arm. Oh, I get the name. Candace Arm. Who left behind this message in blood. What? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really.
Objection!
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you have said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an offensive message. Uh-oh. Oh, I see! Even the photo makes it clear there was enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive! I'm sorry, just survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case. But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There was no connection between the two whatsoever. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. They never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning? Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be words? Coming from you! That's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright! Wish to assert that this bloody writing could have some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of the wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right?
Objection!
It clearly says words! As anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could it possibly have?
Objection!
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe words only mean something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that! You may have tricked us honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. And there's no such radio code as words! Is that clear, my dear Mr. Wright? Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes. Enough of this! I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't sustain it with anything, then it must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a possible explanation. Is that right? What is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... No stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language. Or maybe it's a code. Think, Phoenix. You can do this. Which piece of atoms will tell us what the words really mean.
Take that!
The bomb transport case? I've about had up the here for yours to turn out against Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L1015R. Doesn't this string look vaguely similar? Was that familiar? L100. What does that have to do with anything? What could these numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand? Can I please take a look at the bloody writing shown on in the crime photo? Oh, I think I see it! Not a girl. That one's on my side. That's one on my side. It says Woods! Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh, my goodness! The tournament behind the bloody writing isn't Mrs. Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case.
Objection!
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is 1, but the bloody handwriting says D.
Objection!
But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number. Oh, we're doing this. This is how the numbers of the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Well, you should look at that! L-I-O-O-I-S. No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015. Which, if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case.
Objection!
Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything else simply by erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from the end? Would you be happy as Mr. Right? Well, would you Mr. Right? The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here. And I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor! The 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. 1! The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number. But whoever saw the poll changed the message. You're right, boss. Then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? Do you see the number there? That's my identification number. Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have one purpose. Oh. To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Ryan. Tell us who she's trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify son or Don?
Take that!
The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted on the charges of the courtroom bombing. Ted the Nate! Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tenet's only specialty. Somehow, the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tenet's own ID number to finger him for the crimes.
Objection!
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name? He's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? That only detective would know the answer to that. But allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tenet's name at the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Definitely. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning for the real culprit. Thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tenet's ID number.
Objection!
Now just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. Detective Arm had left the message. It should have been found at the time.
Objection!
Naturally, Mr. Tenet hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tenet was able to cover the message up because he... Saving. We're on a roll, we can't... Alright. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tenet himself. Okay, I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tenet saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. Oh, so that's why the message was written. The message in blood was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try to scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters live on to serve another function. When Mr. Tenet used them in another incident. Oh, the assault of Mr. Justice! Exactly. Mr. Tenet hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purpose. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the corporate bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tenet. Yeah! Owner on the corn! Owner, I say! It looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tenet take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Rang. Just doing what I do best. Which is flying by the seat of my pants. This message case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Finally draw Mr. Tenet back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Galgamon. Now watch me take your lies apart. Mr. Tenet, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. Alright. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tenet. The message in the blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is stored on that bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangible ball of wires. I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing, and then used it again later. I see things too. But then let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message? It's a very good question. What do you, Mr. Ryan? The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to... Well, I'll see you next. Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed in the blood cell. Once we know who it is, it'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Melif, please put on a request for a DNA test with the forensic team. Yes, Your Honor. It would be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's fear is. After the explosion. I admit I was the first on the scene after the explosion. But there was no blade writing there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. She was struck on the head or... She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was far too away from where the blind message was found. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near the writing was? Where the writing was? Precisely. It is explained instead that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood in the rumble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. Court bombing photo added to the court record. I see. Right there, Mr. Ryan. You may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
Hold it!
Why were you the first person on the scene? Secure the area. It is regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first. In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the blood writing then, didn't you? Well...
Objection!
Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Attorney is about to give testimony that will show just how wrong your reasoning is. Darn! I think he was just about to say something interesting too. When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite the disaster.
Hold it!
Hey, so you were able to tell this even with those goggles on? With these goggles, there's no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky hair. Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright. What? Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard. You've been in our office together. Wait a minute! I don't have any gray hairs. Just kidding.
Objection!
I object to the witness' attempt to prematurely give me gray hair! Mr. Tonight! This court frowns upon untowards comments on a person's hair, or lack thereof. I'm sensing a grave wave of sorrow coming from the judge. My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony?
Hold it!
If she didn't write it, then who do you propose did? Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote the name of his attacker, 2 number words. I found a message from your poor subordinate. Poor Mr. Justice! I'm starting to get misty-eyed. Oh, misty-eyed. Apollo's not dead, folks. It's not dead, folks. So, how can you be sure it wasn't Detective Arm who wrote the message? It is very simple.
Hold it!
Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast? A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also sustain secondary damage from the blast's wind. Detective Arm unfortunately hit her head on the rumble. It's stated in her autopsy report as well, caused death trauma back to the back of head. Ah, the autopsy report. I better take another look at that. Alright. Now, do you see? Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being...
Hold it!
Isn't it possible that she could have crawled to the area of the blame message? If that were true, then how did she return to the spot near the entrance? Maybe she crawled back after writing it? Hey, did this guy just me? Would you like to get down on the floor and give us a demonstration of your theory? Huh? No, thank you. The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach. Quite the conundrum. But that means something is off somewhere. There must be a contradiction. Ah, maybe the body was moved. But that doesn't explain how how blood got onto the rubble. What if that was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have.
Objection!
Picture's different. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tenate. Take a look at this autopsy. Specifically, the part about the Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to back of head. Caused by impact with a flat object. Yes, what about it? Now take a look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair. That is all, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The blood stain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit... Okay, the victim hit her head at some point at some other location. Most likely the floor, or some other flat surface. And this location was somehow near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written that the message. Your Honor! I had the results of the bloodstain analysis. Oh, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claim, only the part of the message that was added afterwards was written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear the defense assertion is correct after all. Player hand analysis added to the court record. Yes! You did it! You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. How about we do it now? The analysis definitely proves the blood was written of the writing to be that of the victim, Candace Arm, age 2010. However, the lines that were off later were found written in the blood of Apollo Justice, age 20. Mr. Ning! It is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. Okay, I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Fine, I will confess. You will? But then, why are you so calm? This time, I will tell the truth. Yeah, the truth. It is true that Detective Arm wrote that my ID number. She's very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. See? It was your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it? That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm. Oh, well, if that's all you did then. Wait a minute! That's of itself is a criminal act! What's... I sound... How are you telling you? Yeah. Glad to see you finally crossed the finish line, Your Honor. Alright, well then, your question, please, Mr. Runt. Alright. It is now the final last cross submission for this one.
Hold it!
Well, your usual stuff here. So you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left. My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you're sure that it was your ID number? I'm sure it was definitely my ID number. The number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well. So those funky things were provided by the police department? Although these are special goggles, customized by me personally. Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom made as well. They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny. Speaking of specials, my grub was made of mahogany and was custom made as well. It is specially created to make a particular loud and resonant sound. Wish I had something to brag about. Yeah. But all of that, as it may be, I just want to reconfirm you saw the bloody writing clearly. I mean, you got the locket. And that it was your ID number. That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor.
Hold it!
L10015R? And it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom? Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic. Sounds like you were quite a titsy. If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have psyched me out too. I can't imagine coming across a message "Psychs" written in blood. I saw "gasp" and pain written in blood. It certainly make me gasp. It's a sure message in it. I understand how you must have felt. And so you discovered your ID number written in the blood the scene, and? That is right. I saw with my own eyes. It is very clear. It very clearly says L10015R.
Hold it!
Yep. Didn't you? Oh, the victim may have special knowledge of who the bomber was. I have no idea what thought Detective R may have had inside her head. It's not like I've ever dismantled her mind to check. Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now? Cut me some slack, will you? Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your training smash back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am. I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tonight, please continue with your testimony. With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but...
Hold it!
By mistake, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number. The victim may have suspected Mr. Tenier for no reason other than the fact that, as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. Yeah. In other words, a false accusation. It's vocally discriminating, I say.
Do not support discrimination of any kind.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gravel, Mr. Blueside over there would probably have pinned the crime on you.
You would? Well, that just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, you dare to try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court.
But I've never even tried to harm her, a strand of your beard, Your Honor. Bad timing there. Thanks, Pin. Well said, Mr. Payne, because I am so closely associated with bombs. I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing.
Hold it!
You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing? I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, and the blood was already dry. The police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room. I still had to remove the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case. Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation? Regulations stipulate it's only specialists may touch transport cases. Because of the danger, you see. I thought it would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad. My bad. Does he really think that will ever just magically smooth everything over? This guy is something else. I don't believe Detective Armstein's message was just some mistake. He won't regular discipline that easy. What did Mr. Tennant see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere. Hmm? Where's the R? Oh, shoot. As I was saying, where's the R? I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is surely what you saw written in blood. Yes, it very clearly says L10015R. That's odd. Because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling all about? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Tell me, does it really say L10015R? No. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the missing final R. It's the final R, sorry.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Snake?
Oh, alright. Now I remember. There was no R in the end. On the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. I'm back. My beautiful contradiction. Okay, Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated. Almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake.
I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about the R? That R? Did Mr. Tennant really see it? Oh yeah, I just thought. Maybe Mr. Tennant really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? I didn't take another look at the photo. I think maybe. That's it! Yeah. What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imply... Sorry. Imitate Apollo in his... imitate Apollo in his chores of steel? I've got it! So that's what happened. A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tennant really did see the letter R.
But this photo clearly shows that there is no R.
No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tennant actually could have seen the R.
If you're going to make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tennant could have seen the R?
Take that!
Gotta be more accurate here. Please look here, to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red?
Oh, I see it! Just at the edge, but the floor is broken up.
That's the R Mr. Tennant saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wore some very odd goggles. But that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tennant saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion.
Oh well, that explains it.
Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order! Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? Or when the blame message with the blame message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion. That's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise.
That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
Order on the court!
What kind of preposterous claim this is? Stop. Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was essentially be placed in the courtroom's ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it can be made to look like she was the victim of the blast. What?
It sounds like we have better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective R before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial, and that person was Hetanit. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Nate saw the victim.
That appears to be the case, Your Honor. I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Nate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my!
Mr. Tenet, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime. Courtroom number 4. I'm not doing that. Last line. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tenet. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Tenet, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There isn't anywhere. He's completely unnerved, Mr. Ryan. He must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. Blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you completely had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Ryan? What now, Mr. Payne? Yes, Mr. Payne may have had the opportunity to kill Detective R, but an important piece of your assertion is missing. What important piece? The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Payne has a point. Even Mr. Tenet had a chance. Well, a weapon. Can I accuse him of the crime?
Well, Mr. Tenet? Yes, that's right. I don't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't have possibly killed little Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in there that can point us in the right direction. Well, it does say she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon.
Ms. Wright, could you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm?
I believe I can. Believe being the key word here. You can?
Then please do it now. What did Mr. Tenet have that could be used as a murder weapon?
A flat, heavy object. And this bomb has a a bomb. Mr. Tenet, you said you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devil are you talking about? You had this.
That's the bomb! I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb's blast.
A bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace's arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the final blow to her head. Yarr. Please recall the description of the detective arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by an impact with a flat object. We assumed that the injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Yarr. Yeah. Yeah. What's with him? Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I did hit the victim with the bomb? Ark! He's right. I don't have anything decisive. Did you find any near the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over. Yeah. Is it right? Is there really nothing on the bomb in that photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. Yes, you're right. By setting up the bomb, then he had managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? Times like this, gotta change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should look for a way to expose the things he did hide. Didn't they murder Detective R before the trial started? Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. I think I have just the thing. 10% the photo that shows exactly where Mr. Nin had to hide. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this. Your Honor, there's something we all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Nin would have had to hide the body somewhere before the trial. Hey, you're right. And we could figure out where that hiding place was. Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. Where can Mr. Nin hide the body during the trial? And transport kit. Wait, a box big enough for a body? A box that was in the courtroom the whole time? A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Nin! What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's going to show it to me. Come again? You heard me. Now, show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No, there's no need. Gone 9. But just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then, you placed her body in the room, so the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial?
Oh! I hadn't thought of that!
The answer's right here! Inside the box of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, completely false? If it's false, then you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it. Let's not. Not if you value your life. What's he up to, 9? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes.
What?
Huh? I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tonight, are you threatening me?
I'm the only one who can disarm this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. Mr. Tanit, didn't you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. But this is the real deal. This is the real HH-3000. But the HH-3000 was used to blow up card room number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made.
What? And are we to take that as a confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Tanit, please be reasonable. You really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH-3000, it is so unique. I have never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the H3000 in there?
I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there really is the possibility that the bomb was switched to... No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. So he had the real bomb with him this whole time? You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time.
Order in the corn! I'm out of here! It's gonna blow! Run!
You 4 are still here? Well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. But that's horrible. That horrible explosion the other day.
The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Pian... this is... Ah! And he's off. Mr. Wright, what do we do? Be pretty pathetic to run nigh, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks. That bomb really... is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? Run like a stomach. Hold on. Can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I'll be going now. With my dear H3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Tetanate! Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake.
Are you sure, Mr. Right?
More of your famous bluffing, even at the risk of your own life.
Mr. Right, none of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here.
I'm not bluffing, and I have proof.
You do?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tina's bomb is not the real H3000.
Really? Up with it then, immediately. Where is the proof that about Mr. Tonight is not the real H3000?
Take that!
The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely, it broke when Mr. Tina used the bomb to attack the detective arm. But the display of the bomb in front of us here is not broken.
Oh, you're right.
Therefore, this is not the real H3000. Mr. Tina was clearly lying when he said he switched the bombs in the stuffed animal. The real H3000 blew up in cardboard number 4. The bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself.
Yes, please, send it, Mr. Right.
No, stop.
What? It's not a blood stain.
Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tiniot. I'm confident DNA analysis on this blood stain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. I better, Mr. Tiniot. Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This H3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tiniot. I've already proven that your bomb is a fake. It's real. This bomb is a real thing, I tell you. It's real. Ah. Not bomber. Party of one. There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. I cannot keep up. I'm not gonna make it. Only one thing left to do. Ah. Made it. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. And I tried to take this one. She just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in cardboard number 4 that day. That's why. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left the message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defensor started sticking his nose in my business. In my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and BAM! And when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why?
Tonight, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the corporate bombing assault on the assault of Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilty will be determined at a later trial date. Now then, I see that the members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Mr. Juniper Ward's verdict. Not guilty!
I don't know where he ran off to.
Court is adjourned.
December 18th, 12:31 p.m. District Court, Corporate Defendant Lobby number 4? 5. You did it, boss? Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it out somehow. So many mysteries clear up all at once. It was amazing! It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? But that's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that Mino prosecutor hightailed letter here? That was great. That's alright. Tina, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now I can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the book for you will come and visit me there sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think. What? That's no forest. That's a mountain. But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah. I was wondering about that too. Is this unsolved mystery one you're thinking of?
Take that!
The remote. The remote switch, right? Yeah. I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Peanut got rid of it somewhere. Yeah, I think it's pretty... it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating on our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know! Ginny, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone. Okay. Oh? Her grandmother? No, silly, to Apollo! Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea. I bet he's bored of his mind. Okay. And so the corporate bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Venus X, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combined, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Yet unknown. Time unknown. Right? Anything agency.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Which just seems sad. What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. I think so. We had tackled our first kiss together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very particular case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. Oh, show off that. Okay. Well, that ends Tournament Countdown, so I'll be wrapping up. So I hope you guys have a great week and a great weekend. I'm actually going to double check that, naturally. We're wrapping things up. Actually. Yes, spellings. I just want to double check this because... Oh, I was like, oh, okay, thank you. But yeah, so we're going to kick things off with Turnabout, the monstrous Turnabout. Yeah, it's Wendy Lee. Yep. So we're going to wrap things up here. Hope it's okay. This week, we will be back on this Monday. So we'll be proceeding to enter the monstrous Turnabout. But, and it'll be an Apollo case, by the way, so it's not, so we'll be switching over to Apollo story. So yeah, basically as games, we're going to be alternating two. And debating which one to do after this. Oh yeah. So until the end, so like I said, I hope you guys have a great week and next weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.